So Colin Kaepernick think he's going to get back in the NFL. This video is brought to you by Theofficertatum store. Get the store link in the description section. Let's get on with this. First of all, Colin Kaepernick is now back in the news because he got a tryout, I guess, with an NFL team, or at least there's rumors of him having a tryout with an NFL team. In his tweet, he said that some of his representatives have assured him that he's going to get a chance to try out. Now, first of all, for all of you who have been paying attention to Colin Kaepernick and all the shenanigans around him kneeling for the national anthem, I'm going to say this. Colin Kaepernick, the reason why he's not in the NFL is simply because his talent and the drama that he caused did not match up. If you ain't that good, you can't cause that much drama and cause these people to lose money because you want to be a sideline activist. That's not going to work in the game of business. You lose them money, you lose your job. You get them money, you get a job. Point blank. Same thing happened with your boy wide receiver, Antonio Brown. Antonio's talent level is off the chain, but his drama superseded his talent level. Now, let me walk you through why I think this started, or my hypothesis of how this even started with Colin Kaepernick. Everybody knows Colin Kaepernick was adopted to a primarily white family. I think everybody in his immediate family was white. Mom, dad, brothers and sisters, they were all white. He was adopted. These white folks took care of him. He went to college at Nevada, and he did really well. He got into the NFL. He rode the bench when he first got to the NFL. So this is how Colin Kaepernick kind of starts out. A very humble individual with good upside, good talent. Then he gets on the scene. Alex Smith for the 49ers actually got hurt. He finished the season and did really well. I think he was 5-2 as a starter in Alex Jones last season. Alex Smith. I say Alex Smith. I'm thinking of Alex Jones. Alex Smith last season. And then because of his abilities and his talents, they started him the very next season. He played all 16 games and he went to the Super Bowl and lost. Now, anybody that know anything about football understands that when you have a quarterback that's dynamic, that can run, you don't have any previous film where you can study and you can game plan against, they're going to do extremely well. And so Colin Kaepernick's Super Bowl season went really well because nobody really knew who he was. Nobody really knew how to defend a running quarterback in that system with a crazy good defense with I don't know how many Pro Bowlers on it. The next year, once people have film, once people can diagnose what your tactics are and how to game plan and scheme against you, now he goes 8-8. And then the subsequent season, he goes 2-6. And then he went, his last season was 1-10. This is a negative progression in talent, in ability, and effective measures to win, all the way down to him going 1-10. Literally almost lost every game of the season when he was the starter. He only won one game as the starter. That tells you that his talent level is probably not that great. And then, mind you, his last two seasons, once he got benched, ladies and gentlemen. He wasn't an activist when he was at the Super Bowl. He wasn't an activist when he was at Nevada. He wasn't an activist as a young child. He wasn't an activist at no point in his career until he got benched. In his last two seasons, 2015, 2016, he got benched. Then he sat on the sideline and pounded like a little baby. And that's where it all started. And then as he's pouting, I believe he met a young lady, which is now his current girlfriend, fiance. I don't know what they're doing. She is a racist, anti-white lunatic. I think she's a Nation of Islam or some crazy, one of these women that you should not be with unless you want to ruin your career. Once she got with him, all of a sudden he growing his hair out. He got these big afros now. He's Mr. Colin Kaepernick activist now. He's an activist. He got dictators and stuff he's wearing on his shirt. He got police socks with depict the police as pigs. And this guy ain't got no good intentions. Then he take a knee for the in front of the world during the national anthem. Now, he says it's for police brutality and all sort of BS that people push. But let's just say it was. He takes a knee and he says, I'm going to continue to take a knee till I see a change. Well, brother, Martin Luther King been talking about this from the 60s. You think something's going to change in a year or two? Are you taking a knee during the national anthem? Get real. Especially if you're not doing anything but taking a knee during the season on the sideline. Anyway, so he do all of that stuff. It's outrage going on. Americans hate what he's doing. People that love him burning his jerseys, They're not watching the NFL anymore. I personally took a year off of watching the NFL. He's losing the NFL money. And so all of his activism is all for naught because they cannot have a person in the NFL who's not producing, sitting on the bench, went 1-10 his last season, as a person who wasn't a starter initially, and you causing him to lose money. They got to get rid of you. His whole thing, and everybody making a big issue about it, is because simply that Colin Kaepernick was not good enough for his drama level. And I'll say this, and nobody can deny the facts here. He sues the NFL. He does no activism after he leaves the NFL. Not really. You know, he's making a lot of money, so you got to throw your money somewhere so you can evade taxes. Everybody know that. So throwing money to charities ain't really that big of a deal. I would like to see him go to police departments and actually work with them on better training so that the issue don't persist that he claimed as being real. Let's move forward. Michael Vick, Colin Kaepernick. Tell me what's the difference, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Vick wasn't in the NFL. Colin Kaepernick wasn't in the NFL. What is the return story? Colin Kaepernick hadn't got a job with the NFL for several years now because his talent and his drama didn't match. Michael Vick went to prison. 18 months in prison, year and a half in prison for being associated with dog fighting, which caused the death of many dogs. Prison, ladies and gentlemen. His reputation was shot. Activists all over the country hated Michael Vick. How did he make a comeback and Colin Kaepernick didn't? Because Michael Vick came back, rebranded himself, cut his hair, made a change. It was more about the NFL and more about his profession than it was about his individuality and activism. So Michael Vick goes to the NFL, starts for one team. I think he starts for the Steelers or something. He played for the Jets. He played for a few other teams before he officially retired. Ended on a way better note than Colin Kaepernick. Why? Because his talent level was leaps and bounds beyond Colin Kaepernick, and his drama level was low. That's basic mathematics, ladies and gentlemen. So him being able to get another workout this time around is not shocking to me. But I don't think that people should be pushing it as the NFL owe him anything when he has been a detriment to the NFL and haven't done nothing but lose the Super Bowl. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you can get a notification of all of my videos. Make sure you bookmark this channel and check your spam. They have been sending notifications to people's spam folders. So check your spam, get it out of spam so you can make sure that you get out my videos. You don't miss nothing. Visit the Theofficertatum store where you get all the cool merch. Y'all know what it is. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.